Who are you? No, really. Who? Not your name. That's just a sound someone else gave you. Not your job. That's just a mask you wear to trade hours for currency. Not your past. That's just memory, not identity. Who are you? The truth is simple but brutal. You are who you answer to. And every time you respond, every time you obey, every time you bend your will toward a voice, an image, a belief, you are shaping your identity loop. Identity is not a fixed statue. Identity is a loop. It is the cycle of stimulus, response and reinforcement. Answer to weakness, and you loop into weakness. Answer to excuses, and you loop into excuses. Answer to strength, and you loop into strength. Answer to sovereignty, and you loop into sovereignty. Every loop you obey becomes a track, a groove, a pattern. And the deeper the groove, the harder it is to break free. This is why most people feel stuck. They're not stuck because fate cursed them. They're stuck because they're trapped in loops they keep answering to. The loop says, you've always been overweight. You've always been broke. You've always been anxious. And they answer, yes, that's who I am. And with every answer, the loop grows stronger. The loop becomes identity, and identity becomes prison. But here's the truth no one tells you. Identity is not discovered. Identity is built. It is constructed, brick by brick, loop by loop. And you can change who you are by changing who you answer to. Stop answering to weakness. Stop answering to the old story. Stop answering to the critic. Start answering to the coach. Start answering to the higher voice. Start answering to the sovereign self that is already waiting. Because the one you answer to is the one you become. Think about it. When you answer to cravings, I want the cake, I want the drink, I want the scroll, you reinforce the loop of indulgence. When you answer to discipline, I will rise, I will lift, I choose the harder path. You reinforce the loop of strength. The loop doesn't care what you choose. It only cares that you keep choosing. That is the brutal beauty of identity. It is plastic. It is moldable. It is recursive. And if you don't take command of it, it will be shaped by your lowest impulses, not by your highest intent. Here's the science behind it. Every time you act, neurons fire. Every time you repeat, those neurons wire. Fire and wire, fire and wire, until the loop is so automatic you call it identity. But this is not fate. It is habit. It is repetition. It is choice compounded over time. Choice, brother, is always available. At any moment, you can break the loop. Not by erasing the past, not by wishing it away, but by answering to a different voice in the present. Let me show you how this works in practice. You wake up, the critic whispers, "Stay in bed. You deserve rest." If you answer, you reinforce the loop of weakness. If you reject it and answer to the higher self, "Get up, move, build," you reinforce the loop of discipline. Later, the craving whispers, "You've been good. You deserve the junk." If you answer, you reinforce the loop of indulgence. If you refuse and fuel with good food, you reinforce the loop of sovereignty. Moment by moment, loop by loop, you are either building a prison or a palace. Here's the deeper layer. Society is built on identity loops. Why do you think brands spend billions on advertising? They're not just selling products. They're selling identities. You're the kind of man who drives this car. You're the kind of woman who wears this brand. You're the kind of person who eats this food, votes this way, lives this lifestyle. Answer to it often enough, and it becomes who you are. Not because it's true, but because you looped into it. The sickness industry does the same. Answer to, you're a patient, and you loop into dependency. Answer to, you're broken, and you loop into fragility. Answer to, you need us, and you loop into slavery. But answer to sovereignty, I am whole, I am strong, I am in command. And the loop shifts. The loop liberates. The loop builds freedom. The key is this. Stop answering unconsciously. Pause before you respond. Ask yourself, which loop am I reinforcing right now? Because once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you know identity is built through loops, you realize every choice is a vote. A vote for the man you want to be, or the man you're afraid you already are. You want to transform? Don't wait for a breakthrough. Don't wait for lightning. Don't wait for the perfect plan. Change your loop. Change who you answer to. Change the voice you obey. Do it once, and nothing happens. Do it 10 times, and you'll feel a spark. Do it 100 times, and you build momentum. Do it 1,000 times, and you wake up one day with a new identity staring back at you in the mirror. Not because fate rewrote your story, because you did. Loop by loop, answer by answer. So here's the truth. You are not your past. You are not your trauma. You are not your critic. You are the loops you choose today. You are the answers you give now. You are the man or woman you are rehearsing in every response. And the one you answer to is the one you become. So choose wisely. When the critic calls, will you answer? When weakness whispers, will you respond? When sovereignty beckons, will you rise? Because your life is not defined by the questions you ask. It is defined by the voices you answer. And the loop you reinforce today will be the identity you live tomorrow.